Hey guys, it's Miss Coconut. How you doing? I know we are caught up in this election. There's lots of juicy moments to decipher. I'm just going to lay it out there, not really offer my opinion. I do love to stay neutral in these videos and just kind of give you some information for you to ponder on or research or go down the rabbit hole with. Okay, so as we all know, the Simpsons do have a habit of predicting world events, and that might be a video I will do soon, just showing some of their prophecies that have come true. They call Trump's presidency, and I think it's interesting that in the background there's some banners being held up that says paid. I don't know if that meant he's a paid actor, character, or did he buy the vote? So there is so much to do right now about this Electoral College. Actually, even though Biden has been declared the president-elect, the Electoral College has not officially come out and said so. So it's going down this year. Trump is trying to get his lawsuit supported to say that this election has had ballot fraud, etc., etc. So now, some people are saying he's a sore loser, but honestly, y'all, if you were running for the seat of the most important office in America, you probably would be doing all you could as well before you concede, okay? Because we're all sore losers, right? We like to pretend we're not, but we are. So anyway, let's get into this video. Depending on whose account you believe, Ms. Harris is either the first African-American vice president or the first South Asian vice president, or she's the first Indian vice president. I don't know, y'all. But there's a lot of controversy surrounding her lineage, her heritage, her nationality, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going into that part. Some people feel like this lady is not an African American. And they're saying that she put those Timbs on to sway the black vote, okay? But that she has a terrible history of locking up black men for minimal marijuana possession. So, just something for y'all to read up on. I'm not offering an opinion either way on this topic. Now, in Jamaica, I can tell you, you can be Jamaican and then you can be a Spanish Jamaican, a Chinese Jamaican, a white Jamaican, a black Jamaican, Indian Jamaican. You get it? So, yeah. Elections always give us the tea, honey. But in this case, we got the straight bourbon, baby. This is like whiskey poured down your throat, just raw. Okay, this election gave us Grope Gate. This is when apparently, supposedly, allegedly, the president, Donald Trump, liked or retweeted someone's comment that said basically that President-elect Biden is a groper of young folk and women. So, you got to be careful on these YouTube streets. I didn't say it. This is what was allegedly put out there about the president saying it about the president-elect. Speaking of president-elect, there's a juicy story out there. I'm not saying juicy as in like good juicy, but it's juicy like, oh my God. Where apparently they're saying he is on drugs. He left a laptop at a tech store, and on the laptop apparently was evidence of incest and a whole bunch of other sordid details, allegedly. I don't know, y'all. But I mean, I'm just like, oh, wow. We also saw the emergence of Maiden Gate. Apparently, votes are being cast in people's maiden names and dead people. Yeah. There's a lot of flack surrounding the logo that Biden chose mainly because of the red E with the 3 lines. And a lot of people were saying that this is tying into China's something they call like a banner, 3 red banners. And it's referring to some 1950 ideology surrounding the socialist government movements. Of course, President-elect Biden denied all of this. He said the 3 slashes stands for the 3 branches of American government. I don't know. This is the kind of juicy detail, this little minutia that keeps me up at night. I believe in predictive programming. That is the theory that the government actually uses movies, TV shows, books, and different events to help you deal with the reality of what they have planned in the future. So they put it out in symbology through the different vehicles of entertainment and media so that when it happens, you're kind of already acclimated to it, okay? There's this notion that before they do anything, they always have to tell you about it first. I don't know. But what I do know is oftentimes world events are definitely prophesied in The Simpsons. Electoral College. The only thing I'm going to say about this confusing process is that it doesn't matter that you are out there voting, thinking the popular vote will elect the president. It's not really how it works. It's the college that elects the president. Each state has a number of electors, which is a group of people that are going to vote your vote, basically. This is really outdated because honestly, if they're voting your vote and if you're voting for the same candidate in the state and they get the most votes, that is kind of a popular vote, isn't it? So this process is confusing. I don't know how many times I've read it and studied it and I still don't get it. But I do agree it needs to be revised. Could it get more ghetto than 1900s dual style mockery of the president wanting to fight the president-elect? This stems from a comment that Joe Biden made when he said he would take Trump out back and beat him down. And so Trump retaliated and said he would actually win in a fight between him and Biden. And then he commented how Biden's legs look really weak and that he could take him out. I mean, the buffoonery in this political climate right now is at an all-time high. Speaking of buffoonery, let's talk about the actual celebration that occurred in these White House streets. Honey, I didn't say this, but I will repeat it. The victory celebration that occurred around the White House when they were playing F Trump and singing WAP and they were popping the coochie and twerking is buffoonery on 1,000. I mean, could they have any more of a ghetto response, for lack of better words? I mean, this whole campaign, they are with the Tims, you know, and the fried chicken. Y'all, I don't understand the affinity and loyalty that some of us have with this political party. It's almost as if we are mind controlled when it comes to this party. I say vote intelligently. A lot of people said they voted because they just hated Trump, so they voted to get him out. They didn't care really about what else was going on with this Democratic Party. But the ghetto. And in the midst of all of this, it doesn't go unnoticed by me that whether you're voting for Satan or the devil, both of them are adversaries of the people, okay? Because just like you can Google and look at President-elect Biden's history of what appears to be very shady very inappropriate groping of young people, young children, and women. President Trump has been accused of rape as well. Okay? So, when you are trying to live your life as if this government of the United States and all of the government of the world are not implicit of the dumbing down and the killing of its people, you are not living in reality. You are definitely living in the Simpsons life, okay? So, try to remove yourself a little bit from the process, okay? Because some of you are fighting and carrying on with people that you like and love because they don't agree with you and they don't vote like you. And it's crazy to me. The information is out there. All you have to do is look. Next, we have Bill Gates chiming in that he wants to help out and do his part with the new administration and leaders of the world in helping to control this virus that's killing 99% of the world's population, as if he hasn't done enough by poisoning the poor people in Africa. But that's another story for another day. First, we have the extremists all up in arms about the right to bear arms and whether or not Biden is going to lock us down and take our guns away from us. I don't know. But I do know that they're pushing this COVID pandemic heavily now. And according to some reports, we're about to go back on lockdown. So I hope y'all had some fun because apparently it's about to all be over again. Now, some of y'all got used to being home and y'all good with y'all routine. I salute y'all for that. But as we watch the fight for America's soul, we're going to talk about that in another video. It's all just coming down to the wire. Let's see what the next 4 years give us in the way of American government. Well, that's my time for today. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. And as always, Om Shrim Brezi.